The end of the year has a way of inviting us to look back, to think about what we faced, how we've grown, and what's still unfinished. For those of us grieving, this reflection isn't always easy. Loss can overshadow everything else, leaving little room to see the quiet ways we've been growing and healing. In today's video, I want to help you shift that perspective. Together, we'll explore how to recognize these small but powerful moments of progress. The ones that prove your strength, even when it feels hidden. Let's reflect on the wins, big and small, that remind us we're moving forward, one step at a time, in Entry 209, Reflections on Growth. As the year draws to a close, it's natural to reflect on what we've experienced, both the moments that brought joy and the ones that left us reeling. For those of us who are grieving, this reflection can feel especially heavy. Loss has a way of overshadowing the year, making it hard to see the progress that we've made. But growth often happens in the small moments, the quiet choices we make each day to keep going. It might not always feel like progress, but it's there. Today I want to encourage you to pause, take a deep breath, and look back on your year. Not through the lens of what you lost or didn't accomplish, but through the small wins and the resilience you've shown even when it felt like too much. Personal growth doesn't always look like big milestones. It's in the minutiae of living. If you're grieving, personal growth might feel like survival. Getting out of bed when the weight of loss feels unbearable, or managing to smile at a memory that once only brought tears. These moments may seem insignificant, but they're not. Each one reflects on the strength you've built, adapting to a new normal. I don't like that term, but I can't find another one that's clear. Maybe you found small ways to adjust your life without someone you loved. New morning routine, a hobby that brings you solace, or even just sitting with your feelings without judgment. These adjustments are meaningful. They're the foundation for your healing. So rediscovering joy. Perhaps you allowed yourself moments of joy this year, even amidst the sorrow. It's not a betrayal of your loss. Just joy doesn't erase grief, but it can coexist with it. Did you laugh at a friend's joke? Find comfort in a book or a walk outdoors? Did it feel weird? These are signs that you're learning to carry both the weight of loss and the lightness of living. Building inner strength. Grief tests us in ways we never expected, revealing strengths we didn't even know we had. Did you advocate for yourself this year? Set boundaries to protect your peace? These are signs of growth worth celebrating. Personal growth often feels invisible when it's happening. It's only when we take a moment to reflect that we see how far we've come. Maybe you started the year feeling lost and overwhelmed, and now you're finding your footing again. Or perhaps you're still struggling, but you've learned to show yourself grace in ways that you couldn't before. And here's what you need to remember. Growth doesn't have to be monumental to be meaningful. Sometimes it's found in the smallest victories, like trying something new, reaching out for support, or simply choosing to keep going on the hardest days. As we close the year, I invite you to take a moment and reflect on your own journey. Now here's a simple exercise to help you recognize your growth. Make a list of wins. I tell my kids all the time to celebrate whatever win they get. Write down 3 things you accomplished this year, no matter how small they may seem. Did you rebuild a routine? Did you reach out for someone for help? Allow yourself to grieve without guilt. Acknowledge your strength. We survivors are stronger than we think. Think about a challenge you faced this year and how you overcame it, or are working through it. What does that say about your resilience? And set an intention. As you step into the new year, consider how you want to continue your growth. What's one small achievable step that you can take to nurture yourself? We'll talk more about that next week. This year may not have been what you had hoped for, but it shaped you in ways worth honoring. Growth is not always loud or linear, but it's always significant. Every step you've taken, no matter how small, is a stride toward healing and self-discovery. As you reflect on the past year, I hope you find pride in your progress and compassion for the journey that lies ahead. Your strength is in showing up even when it feels impossible, and that alone is worth celebrating. What are the small ones that made a difference for you this year? I'd love to hear about them. Let's celebrate our progress together, one small win at a time. Thanks for watching.